episode 105 of The Two Bearded Preachers will not follow the regular format of the show because Justin has one eye and Martin was, as they say, busy. Today's episode will feature excerpts from previous recordings and a phone call. Trust me when I say their aim to misbehave is never in question, and you can expect the same hashtag podcast gold that you have always received. And hopefully next week, Justin will have two eyes and Martin won't be so busy. Enjoy the show.
Somebody tells me that when someone tells me that in the power of the Spirit they're able to control the weather, it starts to make me wonder about the person.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah.
You with me?
Now,
I just start to wonder a little bit. I'm like, not super sure.
You're grasping at straws here, buddy.
It's like, we don't have it because look, Jesus did it, Elijah did it. We don't have a whole lot else.
But here's my question.
building on
Here is the other question. This, I think, is the more important question. Okay.
Okay.
Because I think if you can eliminate, if you look at this individual and his life, would you say you would see the fruits of the Spirit in his life?
The fruit of the Spirit. You mean like love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control?
Yep, those. Would you see?
I would generally say yes.
Generally, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not super tight with them, but I'm looking to develop the relationship a little bit more so I can answer that question better.
Okay, all right.
You know, because you never know. I mean, I just know. I know how. You know, I know what he's like when I see him.
Yeah.
You know, and I would say yeah. Mm-hmm. From what I've seen, seems to be the case.
So he's not kind of an individual that is kind of off the rails or something like that?
It's not, no. It's not like it's not like a pride thing.
Okay.
But the claims are pretty wacky. We can handle all sorts of other stuff, but that's where we draw the line. Hard pass. Yeah. That's it.
Exactly.
And conversation ended right there. No, he didn't seem wacky at all.
Okay, good. So, because did I tell you about because I had an individual that was claiming demon possession.
Okay.
Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is actually a very good discussion based off. Thank you, Real Man American, for starting this.
That's right. He's bringing it all up.
We just brought in the gifts that could be, and like we said, it could be gifts of the Spirit, it could be not.
That's right.
I mean, we gotta acknowledge that because that's a real thing.
There are powers ascribed to spiritual forces that are malevolent.
Very good. But then, going back, I actually had somebody, like I was talking with an individual, doesn't go to my church, and they claimed they were, well, and like, just so you know, like it was a real strange kind of visit, it was like, it was in a public area, and they were, it was, this individual was sitting across from me, and kind of sitting next to me was this individual's mom, and he was like rocking back and forth, and like the last time I saw him, seemed like a normal feller, But this time he was like rocking back and forth like that, you know, and his eyes were like,
Yeah.
and he was like hunched over, and was claiming to have a rather weird dreams that that he thought, you know, the devil was trying to get him, and that the devil looked like Predator.
Predator, huh?
Yeah, he said, and that he was in his dream he was trying to pry his legs open. Okay, and so he was having these dreams like that, and like honestly, man, you could just kind of tell something wasn't right.
Something's up.
Yeah, something's not right. And his mom looks at me and goes, "Do you think he's demon possessed?" And I just looked at her and I go, I don't think so, man. I said, I mean, I'm not like a total professional when it comes to that, but if you're demon possessed, I don't think you and I could kind of really be sitting here having a conversation. I think it would be a little bit more, how do you say, I don't think it would be as cordial as we are right now, you know? You put a demon-possessed individual in a conversation with a man of God that believes in Jesus Christ, I don't know if I don't know how well that would go down, you know. And you're asking me for spiritual advice. I said, I don't know if that's the thing. I said, I think you know. And I asked him. I said, are you on any medications? And right, yeah, there was a bunch of medications that the individual was on. And I said, I think some. I said, have you been taking it all, or have you been doing this and that? And from the gist of what I kind of found out is either it wasn't on a regular basis, they weren't taking it regularly, and they weren't taking the right dosages. Like they might miss a day, and so the next day they take extra, you know.
Mix and match.
And I said, I think you should probably go see your doctor. This is what I think you think you should do, you know. But because let's be honest, man, when you start messing with things like that, you know, it'll be trippy.
Well, I think there's a correlation between spiritual attack and these substances that you put into your body.
Absolutely.
I mean, the idea of witchcraft is largely
and hallucinations.
Drug use.
Yeah, hallucinations and
altered,
things like that.
Altered states of consciousness, utilizing different materials to produce them and that sort of thing. I mean, that's pretty much the definition of what sorcery is.
I feel like along those lines, that's more of a line of opening a doorway. You know?
Maybe.
This one seemed like it was unbalanced and stuff like that. It just, I don't know. I don't know if it was done on purpose. You know what I mean? It's almost like the only thing I can attribute that I liken it to is like, you ever had like one of those fevers, like you got so sick you had like this fever and you just kind of started kind of having
fever dream.
Yeah, fever dream where you just have like this weird whacked out dream, and you know, next thing you know, you got Bruce Springsteen standing next to you. You're fishing in a pool, like a swimming pool with a banana, you know, and you're just like,
it's always a kiddie pool with me, but yeah,
mine's a fishing pool. Like I'm in a tree. I'm in a tree, and I've got the banana, and there's no even line on the end, but I'm sitting in this tree that's overhanging an actual swimming pool in the ground too. It's not above the ground swimming pool; it's an in the ground swimming pool. And then, what you
got on the end of that line?
It doesn't have a line. There's no line. I'm holding a banana like this, like a fishing pole.
Well, that's why you're having trouble catching fish.
Yeah, well, that and it's...
You need to put a line on the end of that banana.
You're going to need to put some fish in that pool, too. And then there's Bruce Springsteen, who's right there.
Born in the USA?
Yeah, singing Born in the USA.
Awesome. No, I never have fever dreams that I can recall.
But I don't think Bruce Springsteen is possessing me.
Yeah.
I'm spreading my legs. He wasn't spreading my legs either, so.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I think that there's a spiritual, a social, and an individual experience that goes on with any sort of demonic attack. So I think that there will be multiple layers with it, stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So all that to say this, Um, I think I'm much more comfortable acknowledging the spiritual gift of being able to cast out demons, or the spiritual power. That's never listed as a gift.
Yeah.
Being able to cast out demons.
Yeah.
It's more of a function that you're empowered to do by the Spirit rather than a gift. So, because it's not listed, spiritual warfare isn't listed as a gift. I think that falls under something that we all, as Christians, are able to participate in. I think most Western Christians probably don't have an appropriate preparation as far as categories go in order to make sense of some sort of spiritual presence, because we're very materialistic and we think that the physical world is the end of everything.
Yeah.
So I think most of us would err on the side of saying, oh well, your medicine cocktail's off. You need to get that straight.
Well,
but there might be a spiritual component to it. I've got an individual in my congregation who's got a lot of issues, and in dealing with those issues, this person has to acknowledge that there's a spiritual component to it, there's a physical component to it, a social component to it. There's all sorts of different avenues that are being affected, and the best way to sort of respond to that is with a solution that includes spiritual coping mechanisms, physical coping mechanisms, emotional coping mechanisms. All do a multi-front attack on the presenting issues.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't necessarily say that those sorts of things are miraculous. I think that they're part of the everyday life of the believer.
Yeah, I guess so. I think you're right in saying that we don't see. I don't think we see in our area actual demon possession. I think we could, but I don't think we will, because I don't think he needs to.
Well, it'll just get categorized as mental illness in our scenario.
I don't know if it would like that, and that's a good point, but I don't know if it would even. I don't know. I mean, it could be categorized like that, but I don't know if it's even a. I don't know if it's even that. Like, I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to. I don't think the devil needs to possess anybody, because I think that he just basically. It's a how do you say?
In the West, it would be counterintuitive, I would think, for what Satan seems to be trying to accomplish, which is the disbelief in a spiritual realm.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be beneficial.
Classic screw tape letters.
Yeah. It's like why would you want to monkey around with this?
Yeah, that's what I kind of.
Why would you want to convince people that this stuff is real? You'd want to, because it seems to me that Satan's objective is to convince people that it's not real.
Yeah, exactly.
That the physical is all there is.
Exactly.
In which case, in Western society, it seems to be what most people believe, exactly. And they sort of discount the spiritual component of the human experience. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need for it.
Of course, it's not my job to tell Satan his business.
Absolutely not, man.
I don't want to give him any tips.
Yeah.
I want to do the opposite.
You should probably start possessing people more. No, I'm not going to go tell him that either. Good call.
Yeah. Keep our awesome suggestions to ourselves in that regard.
It's a good call, man. It's a good call.
Anyway.
So yeah, I don't think that's...
So what we're saying, are we both claiming cautious continuationism? Because I really lean more towards cessationism, if I'm going to be honest. I really think that the miraculous sign gifts are done with, personally. Mm-hmm. I think that it's certainly conceivable. Like, there's nothing outside of God's power
outside the realm
to where
of
he's limited. Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but it doesn't seem to be the way that he currently acts.
Exactly.
And I don't see a reason for him to continue with them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just personal. That's my observation, and that's my take, because I think that the purpose of the miraculous was not primarily for the healing of the individual, but for the authentication of the person delivering the message. Right.
Yeah.
So, but I could be off on my presuppositions there. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Like that right there, you're not off in that at all. As a matter of fact, that's literally what we see throughout Scripture. There was a reason for the signs and miracles, and it wasn't to make somebody, it wasn't to make somebody exalted above everybody else. It was in order to basically prove the messenger and who he was and all that he everything that he was saying, that everything he was saying was true. That's what the point of it was. So that's the difference. So and I guess I would always look at somebody like that claims a spiritual gift nowadays, and I would kind of say, what in the world are you doing?
A miraculous gift?
Yeah, miraculous gift.
Okay, miraculous.
Because there's other gifts that people claim that aren't I guess I wouldn't say are miraculous. Like,
are you spiritually gifted in preaching, Justin? In preaching and teaching?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So we're not denying spiritual giftedness, but are you doing miraculous things in your preaching and teaching? No, you're right. Just ordinary, everyday things, right? Yeah.
Yep. So I would say.
Okay, so all right. So we're about on the same page, which is a pretty different place from my buddy who, where the conversation was just starting. We'll see where it goes.
Did he?
Now,
did he say? Did he say for example, watch, I go out there and I'm like, the Lord wants you to repent and be baptized, and then the next thing you know, you hear a lightning crash, and then the waters start to come from the skies, and you're all, and he goes, come on, guys. And then he goes, you need to repent, be baptized, and then he goes, if you don't, then you're going to experience a spiritual drought in your life like this. Clicks his fingers and it all stops.
No. And I don't think that that's the kind of showboaty stuff that he's interested in.
Yeah, I don't know if that is or not. I don't know if you would, but at the same time, it would prove his message.
Well, the miraculous sign gifts are inherently showboaty.
It's pretty much what Elijah did. It goes right along the showboatiness of Elijah. And Elijah, man almost got him killed.
He called down the fire from heaven.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he kills
everybody.
Kills all these guys.
All right.
He kills 450 of them. He's killing all these prophets of Baal. He's
exactly.
Killing them.
Exactly. So
listen. Just from a fighting standpoint,
that's impressive.
One guy should not be able to kill.
Yeah, that's pretty
several hundred other guys.
That's pretty miraculous.
That's miraculous, right?
So
that's not my suggestion for performing miracles with the miraculous slaying of thousands.
Yeah, that's.
But that's what Samson did too.
That's not what we would refer to as. That's not the being slain in the spirit.
Yeah. Well, there were some other theological things that came up in the conversation that really I want to push on with my buddy, and I'll get to that.
But he doesn't have.
It'll be a fun conversation.
All right.
As long as he's willing to have it with me.
So you got a buddy who.
It's gonna be a good time.
So you got a buddy who thinks that God made him into the male version of Storm from the X-Men, and I have a buddy who thinks the Predator is trying to physically assault his genitals in his dreams.
Well, in my dreams, I see a little sky blue house beside a small stream. Mm-hmm. The front porch, screen door, and the sound of bare feet running in cartoons. In my dreams, your dreams come true. That's a Josh Turner song, and And I like that way better than predator trying to sexually assault me.
Okay.
Little sky blue house.
I do like that.
Small stream.
I mean, I'll be totally honest. I actually like my fever dreams better than the predator trying to assault me.
That sounds scary to me.
Yeah.
I've got no interest in a dream like that.
I mean, I'll take a very confusing dream like fishing with a banana out of an overhanging tree over a in the ground swimming pool with Bruce Springsteen singing "Born in the USA" next to me.
Yes. So you're the banana man.
Yeah. It's an acoustic version too.
Banana man, just a little bit banana.
It's an acoustic version.
Whoa.
It's an acoustic version of "Born in the USA" too.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. He does a pretty good job at it. I don't think there is an acoustic version of "Born in the USA," but
I really dig acoustic covers. So, like that's.
I have to look that up. Is there acoustic?
I like it.
"Born in the USA" acoustic version. There is.
Do you want to hear?
There is. We're gonna play it right now. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Let me see here. Oh, come on, Born in the.
You know somebody's covered it.
USA acoustic. Nope. Let's see. Okay, Bruce Springsteen. We've got him live. Let's go ahead and go to Bruce Springsteen's page on Spotify.
Oh my. Yep. Someone's going to get arrested.
Someone's getting arrested? What?
You're not going to play this without a license, are you?
Man, it's America.
America.
Bruce
Springsteen would never sue me. This is America.
Would never sue me. And just so you know, I don't see it. So that just goes to show you that my dream.
It's all original, baby.
It's all original. It's telling Bruce. Acoustic version.
Let's hear this. Let's hear it.
In the USA. Let's hear this.
I would love to hear it.
Dude, what would happen? Oh, Martin, if it happened, if like in the next week or so, next thing you know, Bruce Springsteen.
It's a prophecy.
It's a prophecy.
Done and done.
Yeah.
Welcome to Intermission. Intermission.
Justin, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we had another call. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah. Who's it from?
All right. Here it comes. I don't know, but here we go.
Hey, Johnny.
I don't know.
Man, you never called me back. I thought we were supposed to be friends. You know what friends do? Friends get drunk, ride sharks. I think that's what we should do. I think we should go get really, really drunk and ride a shark or two. And assuming we survive, afterwards, we can share a Tide Pod and reminisce about all the trouble we got into. That's what I think we should do. All right, so you just give me a call back. Get drunk, ride shark, share Tide Pod, reminisce. All right, that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. All right, stop hanging out with them. Talk to you later.
Man, that was hard to understand.
It was very hard to understand.
Was that your flesh again? Calling back?
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah.
It sounds like this time he wants to ride a shark and eat a Tide Pod.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah. I have like this thing. Like I'm actually a little afraid of sharks, you know, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
He keeps wanting me to get drunk and ride a shark or two. Yeah, that's my flesh again.
It's weird.
He's been like
bothering you. It sounds like.
He's really been
trying to get at you.
Yeah, he's really trying to get at me, and it's just getting I don't know. He never stops. You know.
Never stops.
He's always
doesn't quit.
You know when I'm like wanting to do good, he's literally right.
He's right
he's
there.
Right there with me.
Right there with you.
And like I'm like, hey man, I want to sit here and I want to share the Lord's word with this individual, and he's all like, hey man, he wants to
let's ride a shark.
Let's ride a shark. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't want to ride a shark, and he's like, he keeps saying, no, we want to ride a shark. And I'm like, no, we don't. But then the more he says it, I'm kind of like, maybe I should ride a shark. You know, it's kind of weird. Like, it's the things I don't want to do that I find myself kind of wanting to do. But I'm not doing them. Just you know, there's a lot of things about riding sharks that people you don't think about. Rednecks probably don't think about. And as we've already discussed on the last podcast, that you know, my flesh sounds like a redneck.
Yeah.
But he, I mean, like I think to myself, sharks have sandpaper skin. I don't straddle sandpaper shark, you know?
How would you like to participate in the Two Bearded Preachers podcast? Well, let me tell you how you can do that. One, you can go ahead and send us an email at twobeardedpreachers@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and give us a call at 951-47-BEARD. That's 951-472-3273. Leave a message, and if you do that, we'll actually play your voice, your message on the podcast. And don't forget to go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. That will really help the show grow, and we would appreciate it greatly. Thanks so much. See you next week.
What in the world was that crap? Podcast gold? More like podcast crap. Who actually listens to these two jamokes? It's a shame. Truly.